Oh crap. Alright, I started it without realizing. Okay. I'm streaming again. Most people will not know this. I already streamed for like 10 minutes. It was abysmal. It was really, really bad. I didn't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. Which is why I have slither.io pulled up. This is not what the stream is about. I am here to talk about things. And I need something like that does not require me to use my brain, which is this game, so that I can talk. I am going to make sure that this is working real quick, and then we are going to get partying. Man, my mic still sounds weird, but it is working. So, good enough for me. Okay, so, first of all, the reason I'm streaming right now. I've thought about streaming again before, not very seriously, but I've thought about it. But today somebody who used to watch me DM'd me for like the first time since I like used to stream like 4 years ago. Looks like we might not be playing Slither. Alrighty. We're gonna watch this loading screen while I talk. So, somebody DM'd me from like when I used to stream like 4 years ago. It was like a crazy throwback. But we had a nice talk and stuff, and it made me want to stream again. So this is not going to be a regular thing. I will say that. But I did just want to like stream this one, explain some stuff, talk about where things are at, all that fun stuff. So I want to answer a few questions that have actually been asked a few times. So the first one is why I stopped streaming in the first place. And that is there's like a good bit of reasons, but the main thing was just I wasn't very motivated, and I had other things that I wanted to put my time towards. So I like doing other stuff. You guys, if you've been here a long time, know that I like hockey. I like doing all my hockey stuff. I like just getting out with friends, doing my own thing. And I got pretty tired of streaming. I don't know what it was. It was like some part of just like I felt like responsible to like have like a steady streaming schedule, and it just stopped being like a for fun thing, and it was more like I was obligated to do it, and that took the fun out of it. So I just wasn't having a whole lot of fun with it, and I had other stuff I wanted to put my time towards. So yeah, that kind of just led to me falling out of it. And also, like, those of you who used to be on the Discord, I was super inactive there, and that's for the same reason. I felt like I had to keep up with everything, and that really, like, tired me out on it. Because for some reason, that, like, feeling like I was obligated to do it, like, instantly just made it, like, not a fun thing for me. And so it was just, like, the longer it went on, the more tired of it I got. So I just wasn't having very much fun with it. Like, there's exceptions. Like, there was really fun moments and stuff, but for the most part, I started not to be excited about streaming, so then I stopped. What was... Hang on, there's other questions. I forgot them all, and now I'm gonna go look for them. But that's your reason why I stopped streaming. I don't think it's anything too complicated. I just kind of got tired of it because I felt like I was responsible to keep doing it. And it was supposed to be a for fun thing, so. What else do we got? I can just talk about, like, the state of things now. So, it's pretty insane how far, or, like, how much things have changed since I used to stream pretty regularly. So that was 4 years ago by now. That was when, like, the pandemic stuff started, so that was pretty nuts. That's long over now. It should come back. Then I could. That'd be awesome if it. Actually, no, that'd be terrible. It'd be terrible if it came back, but if I said that and then it came back, that'd be nuts. Anyway, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. My head's all over the place. And this thing is still loading. It's not going to. What else? There was... Oh yeah, just the state of things now. So yeah, 4 years ago, that was when we were in the pandemic, and I was homeschooled, which is why I had all that time on my hands to stream. But I was at some level of high school. I was a freshman. I think I might have been a sophomore or a junior in high school. So, yeah, I had time on my hands then. But it's 4 years in the future now, and I've been at college for almost 2 years. I'm finishing my second year, and it's pretty crazy. I used to really not have like a whole lot of hobbies or anything. I'm into like so many new things now. You know what? I should show you guys the things that I'm into. That's what I'm gonna do. So, I'm going to open up a private tab because who knows what would pop up if I started typing. We're not gonna take that risk. No. I'm going to put this in the side real quick. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see everything. You guys should see most of it. I'm going to stick to the brand. This is going to be the most unprofessional stream ever. I don't have Windows set up. Not actual Windows, like the operating system. I mean, I don't have my Windows set up so you guys can see properly. So things are probably screwed up right now, but I'm assuming you guys can see well enough. So, I'm showing you guys what I'm into. I am still so into hockey. And for those hockey heads out there watching this, the Caps, my team, are playing, not my team, I don't play on them, but my favorite team, are playing in like 4 hours. And the game that they're playing is going to decide if they go into the playoffs or not. I am so nervous for them because they're playing the Flyers, and I just don't feel confident against the Flyers. Sometimes, I don't even know, they just like... They know how to play us. I don't know. They're a good opponent, good opponent, but they're scary when you need to win a game to make the playoffs and you're playing them. So there's that. I'm gonna try not to go on a whole hockey tangent. The biggest thing, I got really into aviation. That's not even the biggest thing, I don't think. But I'm gonna go into that real quick. I was not into this at all when I used to stream. Now I am, and it's a very big interest of mine now. So I've got like flight sim on this thing. Maybe I could stream it sometime. I usually just fart around, fly around, do barrel rolls, and fly really close to water, and then I crash, and then I close the game. But yeah, I do flight sim. Some of you may have heard of paramotoring. I'm super into that. Last summer, at the end of my school year, I left and did training to paramotor in Florida, in Lake Wales. They have Aviator PPG there. They have a YouTube channel. You guys could probably find them. I was actually introduced to paramotoring like first from a dude named Tucker Gott. He's awesome. I love his videos. He also had one that like went crazy popular where he flew to McDonald's. So I don't know. Maybe you guys have seen that. It seems like a good amount of people have. I actually didn't get to know him from that. I got to know him from a different video. It was like the first videos that got me into it. But I always thought it seemed so cool. It just seems like such a like freeing thing. Like you're not even like inside of a thing. It's like you're sitting on a floating lawn chair. It's nuts. Ironically, I'm like terrified of heights, which it really doesn't mix that well. But I tried to get over the fear just because paramotoring seemed like such a like cool and fun experience. And I did. I did that training at the end of last school year. And that training was like no joke. Like I got to fly. I did solo flights, so I've flown on a paramotor before, which was so cool. Terrifying. I was terrified, but like the more time I spent in the air, the more comfortable I got with it. But holy crap, it's terrifying. It's terrifying when you're scared of heights. Um, but it was like the coolest thing ever. And I now have 2 of my own wings, and I'm saving up for my own motor. So the last time I flew was in training. Oh yeah, I've got a harness as well. But oh man, I totally forgot to pull up chat. Okay, hang on a second. I have to make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, we're good. Okay, so yeah, I've got my wings and stuff, saving up for a motor. I cannot wait to fly again. I practice kiting with my wings. I know I'm like using terms, like throwing around terms that are like paramotoring things. Kiting is like what it sounds like. It's literally, oh yeah, and you guys don't even know what a wing is probably. Okay, a wing is like the parachute that you use for paramotoring. It's not a parachute. They're separate things, but people know them as parachutes, I think. And it's called a wing. So I have 2 of those. One of them is just for training. Training in the way of like it's not meant to be flown. It's meant to be used from the ground. And you might be wondering, how the heck do you use a wing from the ground? It's meant to fly. This one's not. That's where kiting comes in. Kiting is like a training exercise you can do, which just helps with like control, and you literally use the wing like a kite. You fly it in the wind and try and keep control of it and steer it around and stuff. It's cool. So yeah, I have 1 training wing and then 1 wing that's meant to be flown, but I haven't gotten to fly it yet because I don't have a motor. And I do have all this stuff that I need to paraglide, which people probably know what that is. Only thing is, I should be trained for that. I technically, like, I could legally go do it. There's no, like, legal restraint there, but I kind of don't feel like dying. Like, yeah, it's a little bit scary. So I think I'd want to be trained and, like, know what I'm doing before I go do something like that. Also, I should give you guys some kind of visual. I just realized like, I have a browser right here and I'm not doing anything with it. No. Alright, this is paramotoring. You're in a little seat with a big old fan on your back and a wing above your head. That's what a wing is. It's people probably know it as a parachute. It's called a wing. But yeah, it's super cool. And nuts. So I've done that before. Not in a while. Probably not in like an entire year, but I'm saving up for the motor part so I can, because I have all the other stuff. Try not to stick on that for too long. I know I just went on and on about that. I'm super into it, so I can't help myself. So that was paramotoring and all the aviation stuff. And then the other thing that I got into is a total snooze fest for anyone who's not also into it. So I'm going to try and keep it brief. I went to college, am going to college. I'm sitting in my dorm right now, so I'm kind of there. I decided after 4 years ago when I was streaming and had no idea where I was going with anything, I ended up deciding to go to college to study physics. People who aren't into that probably just threw up. I'm so sorry. But also, I'm not sorry at all. Physics is so cool, and I'll hit you in the head with a hammer. How about that? So, I got really into physics. I've kind of always been into it, but I never like quite pursued it, and now I'm doing that. So it's super cool. I love it. I'm not far in. I've taken like 2 physics classes ever. I like my first couple of years. I'm a couple of years in, but all of it was like unrelated classes. So I haven't done a whole lot on it yet, but there's like some what I assume are like really beginner things like relativity. I think relativity is super cool. If any of you guys know what that is, it's a cool thing. I'm with you. If you know what that is, you probably also think it's cool or really confusing. And I'm with you in both ways. So cool, so confusing. Hurts my brain. But I do think it's cool and it's kind of worth it. So, relativity is cool. I've been learning about, all the physics stuff. Light speed, space-time. Space-time confuses the crap out of me. Anyway, I'm getting off this subject before it gets any more boring because physics is why. So I've been really into that. Still into hockey, as I mentioned. I don't get to play as much anymore because I'm busy, but every now and then I get to go to a rink and play. That's cool. And I've gone to a few Caps games. Those are fun. Oh yeah. Also, just totally just going back to something from before. I said that I streamed before this, like right before this, because it was just such a disaster. It was 8 minutes of me trying to figure out how to stream. This one might seem bad. The other one was infinitely worse, and I'm pretty sure I also leaked my legal name, so it was really bad. So that's why that one's no longer there. Don't worry if you want it. If you're like sad that you missed it, you missed nothing. It was it wasn't even like funny how bad it was. It might have been funny how bad it was. I wasn't helping it be funnier though. I was like silent for like the whole time, just trying to figure out like what was happening, and like if I was like making sound or not. So don't worry. Now let me think. Let me actually go and see if I had any more of those questions that I wanted to answer, because I do want to do that if there are any more. Oh yeah, I did want to say, I want to go into this really quickly. I know that like towards the end, I think, so I had already think I said I stopped streaming, and then I randomly came back a few times. I'm doing it again right now. But I had come back before for a stream, and then there was some bad things that happened. I named a certain Undertale character something that was not appropriate at all. In hindsight, that was not good. So I'm sorry for people who watched that, for people who are upset by it. I know like there was like Tyler and a few others, like they were like gone after that. Like they had to split. I totally get that now. I was not myself then for reasons that I don't want to go into. It's nothing like terrible, but there was others involved in it, like just for like privacy reasons. Not gonna go into all of it, but yeah, I just like wasn't myself then. Kind of toward like as things got like less consistent, like I used to stream like somewhat consistently, and as things started trailing off, it was for like me being uninterested, and I was uninterested as a result of something that was going on, which like you can kind of see if you look back at the pattern. Like streams got worse, I got worse, or like the way I acted got worse. It was more like immature and not good. And streams got less frequent. It kind of all is like tied together, and I just wanted to say like I've grown since then. I can see that was wrong, and I'm sorry for any bother caused by it. Because yeah, it wasn't appropriate. But things are different now. I've grown. It's been like 4 years, but yeah, I did want to talk about that briefly at least, especially if really just to put it out there. Like Tyler was really important. I was really important just having him around. Like first ever viewer. So this part is almost like for Tyler specifically. You were like my first ever chatter, which was crazy that like you happened to just like stumble upon my stream at as my first chatter, and then happened to like it enough to stick around for as long as you did. That was super cool. And I won't forget that. So I do hope that like hearing this now you can understand. I wasn't being completely transparent. There were things going on, and that's why I just wanted you to know why things happened the way they did, because I know from y'all's perspective of like watching things go downhill, there like wasn't a reason behind it. So I wanted to give some clarity there. Things are, but like rest assured, things are different now. And now I'm going to try and move on to some other stuff. I'm still looking for questions because I think there was still more. Or maybe I covered it all. I keep accidentally clicking things on my phone that I'm not meaning to, which is so cool. I love doing that. And, oh yeah, also, hang on, I just want to take a second. How is the thumbnail, everybody? Because, boy howdy, I think I outdid myself. It's a banger. I use this thing. It's free. I made it in like 2 minutes. Oh man, I forgot I'm on private mode. I can't see it. Hang on, I can pull it up in my files. Ignore the other files here. Just ignore them. Yeah. I had to delve into some deep, dark, brain-rotted parts of my brain to make this, and I'm so proud of it. It's so awesome. I just wanted to take a second to appreciate that thumbnail. That was a banger. I realized as I was going to start the stream that I needed one. Threw that together. It's a banger. Also, Divine Release and Love at First Flush are songs that I made. I'm not a song maker person, not a producer. I used AI. It was all AI. I did nothing but tell it like a stupid prompt like 3 farts for God or something, and then it pooped out a song, and boy howdy, they're amazing, but but we're gonna not play them. They might be like offensive for like people who are religious, so I'm not gonna take that risk. I thought they were pretty funny though. Okay, looking for questions again real quick, 1 second. Oh yeah, okay. Let me answer about like the Discord shutting down specifically. That was because, so I think I have been asked a few times about like why did I shut down the Discord? Why couldn't I just keep it going? That was another thing where I feel like I'm repeating myself. I might have already said this, but in case I didn't, I'm gonna say it again. The Discord, the Discord was like a Discord for my channel, so they felt linked, and it just felt right that like if one ends, the other has to as well. And I didn't delete it on purpose because I like having like the things there to look back at. So it's just archived. You can always go back. I think you can still even join. You just can't type anything or add anything new to it. But you can go back and look at messages and stuff. Anyway, though, I ended that just because like, as the owner of it, I felt like I was responsible to like be active in it and stuff. And towards the end, those of you who were there know that I was not active at all. I was dead. People would ping me like 50 times. I was not there. So like, I felt like guilty about that, but also like overwhelmed because like I didn't, not even like overwhelmed. It was just that like I didn't want to take care of the Discord. I wanted to be doing my other stuff, and yeah, I was just like sidetracked with other things. Felt like I didn't have the time for it, and I felt like if I'm not going to be there as like the owner, then it probably shouldn't be a thing. Like if I wanted that Discord to be alive, it was like my responsibility to like be there and be active at least as the owner. And I wasn't doing that, and I knew I wasn't going to, and if I forced myself, I wasn't going to like it. So I just said like it's gonna end with the channel. I'm gonna leave it all behind and let that be that. So that's the reason behind that. Let me look at some other stuff. I did get suggestions to play a couple of games. I don't think I'm gonna play anything today. Today is just talking, explaining and stuff. Mostly because I'm in my dorm. I have a roommate, and he's not here right now. He could be here any second. And if he does show up, then I need to go. Because I'm not going to be annoying and talk on stream a bunch. So, I have constraints with, like, streaming. I don't know where I was actually going with that point, but it does lead into this point where I have constraints with, like, when I can stream. Like, I can only stream when he's out, because I don't want to be annoying. And then maybe summer break, I'll have some more time when I'm just kind of at my own house again. So, yeah, just to be transparent about that, there probably won't be a lot of streams going forward because, like, time constraint, I actually still have things that I have to do and like to do in my free time, and then I have like a lot of constraints with just like actually not being able to stream because like there's other people around that I don't want to be annoying to. So there's that. That being said, I do want to stream some games and stuff in the future. I cannot tell you when. I don't know how long it'll be until I have another like bit of like free time where nobody's around and I can like freely talk and be annoying. So whenever that does eventually happen, if it does, it might not, but I hope it does. I might do some Minecraft, some Roblox was suggested. I play one game on Roblox because I have another friend that plays it, and it's like a drawing game. I somehow doubt that you guys want to see drawing. Maybe you would. I will tell you this. I am a laughably terrible artist. So it could be funny just to see me draw something absolutely horrific, but I feel like for the most part it's not going to be very entertaining. So, as far as Roblox, I am totally willing, if I do play it, to just take like viewer suggestions. If you guys have a game you want to see me play, I'll go play it for like 10-15 minutes and then we can go to the next suggestion. I would totally do that. It sounds fun. But yeah, other than that, there's Minecraft. I could always go back. I still have not beaten Subnautica Below Zero, and that is like that's my origins there. I started on Subnautica, so I don't see myself doing like a full playthrough on stream of Below Zero, but I might just like randomly stream like a couple hour session of it or something. But yeah, that's kind of that for like future streams. I'll probably maybe be playing some games. This is the only stream I plan on like just doing like a talking through random stuff. But I did have a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about since it's been quite a while. So, all right, okay, back to things that I've been into. I got into like tech stuff. I'm all self-taught when it comes to that. So like, people who do know tech, watching this, I'm so sorry. I taught myself. I might be stupid. But like, by the way, like more specifically, I mean like PC building. It's mostly about PCs. I got my first PC a little bit. I think it was like right before I stopped streaming, because I was talking about like doing PC streams. I think I even did a few before I stopped. But that was like my first ever PC or like desktop. I had no idea what I was doing. I actually when I got it, I almost broke it immediately because it didn't turn on. So I took like the back panel off and just like ripped a bunch of cords out. I was like, oh, these probably don't need these. I did not like physically like rip them out. It was like I bought an iBuyPower one, and they do not give one crap about like cable management. By the way, I'm sorry, people who don't know PCs. I'm probably going to speak a bunch of nonsense for the next like 10 minutes, but yeah, iBuyPower, or at least the one that I got, did not care about cable management. So I opened up the back panel to be like, oh, maybe I'll see something that's wrong with it and I can fix it and it'll turn on. I opened up the back panel and just like so many wires fell out. So many. And I didn't know what I was doing. And I just started kind of pulling them like apart from each other because it was just a tangled mess. And it took about like 40 seconds for me to see like, yeah, no, I don't know what I'm doing. I just started cramming them back into the case. I'm really lucky I didn't break anything, because I didn't. I managed not to break anything somehow. Got the back panel back on, and I was just looking like anything up to try and get it to work. I ended up getting told somewhere online, like, try reseating the RAM. I didn't know what reseating was. I didn't know what RAM was. I saw a picture circling the RAM stick, and I was like, okay, I'll take it out and put it in again. It's like when you turn something off and turn it back on again, which was such a lucky guess. I don't know how, because I did not know what I was doing. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what a RAM stick was. I just saw the thing that was circled in the YouTube thumbnail, and I was like, okay, I should take that thing out and put it back in. And so I did that and somehow fixed it. So that's how my first PC thing went. And then for a while I wasn't like really into it. Thanks Yuri. My mic is fart. I don't know why it's fart. I heard it. Like, I was trying to set things up. I don't know what's wrong with it. It's like a good mic. You've heard it before. I don't know what's wrong with it. But actually, no, you're quiet. Quiet your mouth. You saw the title. This is on brand. Anyway, I'm continuing my PC rant. It's not a rant. It's like a tangent. So for 3 years I used that PC. I did end up doing a RAM upgrade, I think, sometime down the road. I think it was in my last year with the PC. That was when I started getting into like tinkering with it. I was like taking parts out and putting them back in. And I was like, hey, look at this doohickey. What does this thing do? It was around that time that I was like, man, my internet has been terrible always. It's always terrible. What's wrong with the internet here? Yes. So it turns out it wasn't a problem with the internet where I was. It was because when I first got the PC, it came with 2 little like black sticks with like little screwy things on it. And I saw those and I said, these must be extra parts. And I put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in my desk, did not even lay my eyes on them for the next 2 years. On that 3rd year of owning the PC, I was thinking about how my internet was so terrible, and I was like, well, I didn't buy this thing for cheap. It was probably my LAN card. I was looking into LAN card upgrades, and that is when I saw that LAN cards usually have antennas. And I had like this like movie style flashback to me having the 2 black sticks in my hands and being like, these are probably extra parts, and I put them away and never saw them again. And I just can't even describe like the disappointment I felt in myself in that moment. I ended up getting them back. They were still in my desk after the entire 2 years. And what do you know, my internet was so much better now that I actually had antennas on my PC after 2 entire years. Who would have thought? I'm in like such disbelief that happened. I just can't believe that I owned a PC for like 2 years, had antennas in my hands. I acknowledged them, and I went, nah, I don't need them. And then it took me 2 years to figure out that yes, you need them. That helps a lot with like your internet, kind of what they're there for. Your voice is so nasty. Oh, maybe my voice is so nasty. So, we're not sure. You know what? I was told when I used to stream that I sounded like Corpse. And while that was definitely not true, I'm hanging on to that. I must sound super hot. Um, anyway, I ended up selling that PC pretty recently. I didn't do anything else to it. I did that quick little RAM upgrade and actually attached my antennas to it. But other than that, it stayed the same as when I bought it. I did do a lot of like tinkering around with it though, before I did get rid of it. So I learned a lot about just like how parts attach, kind of what they do. And I did learn about like what makes like a good PC part. Like I know some basics. A 4090 is a great graphics card. Who knew? 4090 is great. Yay, we love that thing. It's also really expensive. I wish I could have one. But yeah, I learned only specific brands, which is not good. I know, like, I'm pretty sure AMD has like way better like price to performance stuff, but I don't know how to judge if an AMD thing is good. I only know Intel and Nvidia. Like, I know how like the scaling works with like 4060 and 4060 Ti and a 4070, all that, and all those different 3000 series, all that. And then for the CPUs, I know about like the generations and the i7s and the blah blah blahs. You guys don't want to hear all of that. I don't know AMD though, which is, yeah, I should learn it. Would probably help with like finding things. But anyway, I knew things good enough to look for a new PC, which I have a new PC now. Yippee! It's got a 4060 Ti in it, which is, it's a big upgrade from my last one, which was a 1660 Super. It's got an i7 13th gen, I think, in it. And my old PC had an i5 9th gen, so considerable upgrade there too. And those are the main two parts. It's got the same amount of RAM because I upgraded it. I gave it a better CPU cooler as well, which was like my first like legit install. I installed like a brand new CPU cooler, and I felt so cool after that. I like installed all the lights on the fans and stuff. It was so awesome. Anyway, I went like a whole tangent on that because I can. But that's my whole thing. I also got really into like the tech stuff. That's what I meant by that. So yeah, I know some things about PCs now, which is cool. When I first got my old PC, I didn't know how to move files around. So we've come a long way. I didn't know how to do anything on that old PC. I didn't know that you could copy pictures. You guys have no idea that I felt so cool. It felt so awesome to copy a picture and paste it. Who knew you didn't have to save all of them? Why didn't nobody tell me sooner? You know how long I just saved every single picture that I wanted to send to people? It was ridiculous. I had like hundreds of pictures. I can't believe I went so long. That was like the same thing as the antenna situation. How did I go so long and not know that you could just copy a picture? It was so much easier than I thought. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to stop talking about tech things. I've talked about them for long enough. And I'm going to look and see. I think I've covered all the things that I wanted to cover, but I'm going to double check real quick. So yeah, the person who DM'd me earlier said I should come back as Tag 19. That was a great idea. I still have my old channel. You guys can see I'm still streaming on my old channel, so no Tag 19, but it would be good if I didn't still have my old channel. Oh yeah, I was also curious if anybody like comments on this in the future. If enough people comment, I'm not gonna say a number because I don't know how many, but if I feel like it's enough, about me re-aliving the server, the Discord server, I might do it. Because I still use Discord a lot. And I think I don't mind keeping up with it. I probably won't stream a lot, but it could be cool to just like have a little hangout spot for all the old people and new people who come in. So, um, yeah, I'll keep an eye on the comments and stuff. If there's a few about like, yes, we want the Discord back, or no, we don't care. If there's a few, I might reopen it. It would be cool to see all the old people back, but like if nobody's gonna be there, then might as well not. So, you know. And I think that does it. I'm looking real quick. I have an eyelash in my eye and it's driving me nuts. It hurts really bad. Oh, right. Okay, last thing. Face reveal was mentioned. I think before I had said I would do it at like 500 subs or 1,000 or something. I'm not really all about getting subs anymore. I'll just kind of pop in here when I feel like it. Not really worried about it anymore. So, I think it's safe to say I probably won't reach 500 or 1,000. But maybe I will do it anyway. I'm thinking about it. I might just show up on a stream one day randomly and have a face cam on. So, I don't really have anything like concrete to say on that matter. I'm thinking about it. I don't really know. I'm considering it at least. And I'm looking through the last few things. I think that is it. I'm pretty sure that's all the things. It is. Okay. Yeah, it is. Alright. So, that was a lot of talking. I've had this random dude driving a paramotor for a long time up on the screen. But I think that's going to do it. I should probably end it before my roommate gets back and I have to end it abruptly. So, that'll do it. I have to update my graphics card. I know how to do that now because I know how to use tech now. Before I didn't know how to do that. Anyway, yeah, comment stuff if you want to have the Discord back and alive, if you care about it. If you don't care, say, I don't care. Or don't say anything at all. And yeah, that's it. I'm signing out. I'll be back whenever I feel like it. Thumbs up. Alright, I'll see you guys whenever. Bye-bye.